Welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews and to another reading vlog here on the channel. I'm Judith and you're watching reading vlog number 16 of 2021. Hi. All of these vlogs kind of start the same. I'm back at work. I have already done my first pass through my emails, and I'll confess, when I opened my email thingy client, it did immediately crash because it was just like, it's been a week, I don't know how to do it. So that was a fun start to the day. But it is going reasonably well, so I have a little bit of time to tell you about my weekend reading after I closed out the vlog and to tell you my plans for this week, which will probably be in the title. So I finished 3 things since the last time I vlogged. I finished Network Effect by Martha Wells, and I actually really enjoyed this. I mentioned it towards the end of last week's vlog, but I find the amount of detail you get in, particularly some of the action sequences, a little bit much for me personally, and I realised that I needed to kind of switch off my brain a little bit in those moments, otherwise I was going to get really bogged down in this book. Once I did that and just focused on what do I actually care about in terms of the plot, really enjoyable, really liked it, really got on with the characters this time around, which I hadn't found in the previous novellas. Then I finished Fugitive Telemetry, which is the novella that comes out after this, and I really loved it. I think it might be my favourite of all of them so far. It is the most murder mystery of them, so I guess this is just the one that was written for me. I think it's really good. If you're excited about that one, continue to be excited. It was phenomenal. I really liked how it all played out, and it was nice and quick because I hadn't read a novella in a while and I was doing it on my Kindle and I was like, my goodness, this percentage is going up fast. And then I thought about picking up the Gutter Prayer already. It's a bit of a sneak of what we're going to go on to next, but instead I decided to finish my comfort read, which I've realised the benefits of having just something kind of comforting and not that much on your TBR. So this is Mammoth by who's it by? Jill Baguchinsky? Not sure how you pronounce her last name, sorry Jill. But this is about a plus-size teen. It's YA contemporary, which I never read, but it's about a plus-size teen who goes to do paleontology, and it's just like eating candy floss, and I just had a really good time reading this. If you want like a comfort read, this is the kind of thing that I like to pick up. It's like I used to read Avalon High all the time because it was just my book that I knew I could pick up and have a good time with. Even if I didn't finish all of it, I could just read my favourite moments. And I read that from cover to cover because I needed a lot of comfort read time. So those are all the things that I read over the weekend. I did also have a lovely socially distanced barbecue time with Asher and Justine. It was lovely. We got hailed on twice, but it was lovely. It's now snowing. Quite glad we didn't try and do that today. But we exchanged some books back and I got my copy of... I got a few things, but the things that I'm keeping, because sometimes things are out of your life for a while and you're suddenly like, I'm not overly fussed about having this back, but I'm keeping my copy of Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron because I want to reread it. And I also have my copy of Tess of the Road by Rachel Hartman, which I've been wanting to reread for a while, and I'd kind of forgotten that I owned it. And the fun of my copy is, I think, maybe I've got rid of it, but yeah, it has like really weird gluey spine. Something went a bit wrong when they bound this one, but I love it all the more for its faults. Do I kind of now want to see if I can pick up hard copies of Seraphina and Shadow Scale? I've read them enough times, it would probably be worth it. Maybe. Kingdom of Souls I'm probably not going to reread for a while, unless I pick up a copy of the sequel. But Tess of the Road I might reread fairly soon, because if I want to do an overbooked video of it, Hartman will come fairly soon, actually. And anyway, on to this week. I'm dedicating this week to reading The Black Iron Legacy by Gareth Hanrahan. This is The Gutter Prayer, The Shadow Saint, and The Broken God. This is just like a wonderfully weird, city-based fantasy, and I haven't reread it in a while and I'm excited. Enter a City of Saints and Thieves, An Epic Tale of Sorcerers and Thieves, Treachery and Revenge from a Remarkable New Voice in Fantasy, God's Wars. It's just, I'm looking forward to just fully giving some time over to reading a whole trilogy in one go. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think I've done it since maybe Dominion of the Fallen? Either way, that's fun. Right, I have to get back to it now because despite having looked at all of those emails, I haven't done anything with them yet, so that's time. And I'm going to drink a whole load of coffee. I'm going to have a good reading week. I hope that you do as well. It's so very cold in this office. Cold, 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 cold. Hi, it is Tuesday. Yes, it must be. It feels like it's like Thursday already, but it is not. I did a bit more reading at lunchtime and now I can't remember. 205 pages through the Gutter Prayer, and I'm really loving it. I've been talking about it on my Discord. Hi. Really fun to reread, and I love a book that has a lot of rereadability. The world building is as fantastic as I have been saying it is. I love all the different kind of types of character that you get. So the three main characters are Carrie. Yes, it's either Carrie or Callie, but I think it's Carrie. I'm going to say yes. Who's just sort of like a normal person. You have Rat, who is a ghoul, and they kind of live under the city. And you have Spar, who is a stone man, so he's like a boy who has been infected with the stone plague, and he has to decide which parts of his body he's going to keep and which parts he's going to let give over to the stone. And it's just really interesting stuff. And there's all this stuff with trains going on under the city, and I'm explaining it so poorly, but we've had the first big reveal, or like the penny drops moment, so that's very, very fun. I'm tempted to say I want to finish that today, but I'm realistically going to finish it tomorrow, I think. As I say, I'm just dedicating the week to those. I'm not pushing myself to read anything else. I have been very productive and written some book reviews because a lot of stuff came out today. Prison Healer came out today, Victory is Greater Than Death came out today, Way of the Argosy comes out in a couple of days, so I just like quickly got those done this morning before work. Not much else is happening. I'm just working very hard, getting back on it after my holiday. And I'm going to go make an enormous cup of tea and maybe obtain even more blankets. Wear this one. I've got another one over there. I'm just cold. I want to be warm. Hello, it's Thursday. I didn't vlog yesterday because depression has been kicking my butt a little bit this week. It's not been fun, but I think I'm coming out the other side of it now, I think. And I have been doing some reading. So yesterday I finished the Gutter Prayer. Would I like to already be halfway through the Shadow Saint by now? Yeah, kind of. But I'm not. And that's just something we have to accept. I did have a wonderful time rereading this. It's about 500 pages, which is longer than it looks. It's a deceptive paperback. It deceived me. But it's a really, really good read. The world building, mwah, perfection. I really like how it ends. I enjoy everything about it, and I'm really excited to dive into book 2 and nervous for book 3. Ooh, how's it going to go? Other than that, I haven't really been doing anything else other than just sort of lying around like a lady in a Victorian painting. I'm okay with it. We've been doing some other house bits. No, do not message me right now. It is lunchtime. I've lost my train of thought now. I think that was everything. Go away! I think that was everything I wanted to say. So I shall be back tomorrow, hopefully with some progress on the Shadow Saint, because I've got some time tonight to do some reading, hopefully. Happy Friday. Yes, Friday. I've been for a run. I was feeling absolutely rubbish all morning, and I was like, I need some endorphins, so I've been for a run, and I feel much better. I have become a kind of person who is sad and goes for a run and feels better. When did this happen? Yeah, I'm feeling good enough to be on camera, but my mental health is just a little bit cruddy at the moment, shall we say. I think it's just a blip. I think we're okay, but it isn't really conducive to much reading, which is annoying. We move on with our lives. You know, it's fine. I debated not putting a vlog up, but no, I think we can handle I didn't read much this week. That's fine. I have read the prologue of The Shadow Saint. That's all I've read. I thought instead, because this vlog otherwise will just be a series of clips of me being sad, I thought we'd look at the Hugo Award nominees, which were just announced on April 13th, so it's fairly recent, and I would like to talk about them. Best novel, we have Black Sun, The City We Became, Harry the Ninth, Network Effect, Piranesi, and The Relentless Moon. I have read all of them, with the exception of The Relentless Moon, which I haven't wanted to read because I know Justine really didn't like The Calculating Stars, and she's the person whose opinion I apparently take into consideration in these things. Maybe I will read them one day, maybe not. Of all of them, I think it would be a tie between Black Sun and The City We Became, for me. That's how it is. The best novella, we have Come Tumbling Down, which I've read, Empress of Salt and Fortune, which I've read, Finna, which I haven't, Ring Shout, which I haven't, Riot Baby by Tochi Onyebuchi, which I have read, and Upright Women Wanted by Sarah Gailey. Ooh, that's a tricky one. I think it's probably The Empress of Salt and Fortune was the novella that captivated me the most, and is the one of those that I do not own. So there you go. Best series, David series is up. Love that. The Interdependency, no idea. Lady Astronaut Universe, again, I haven't read them. Murderbot Diaries, yes. October Day by Shannon Maguire, haven't read them. And The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, which I would normally say I want The Poppy War to win, because I love those books, but I don't think the series ended well enough. So for an award for a series, I'm less convinced. I think David Bad is the one of those that has been strongest for me. I don't think it'll win, but it's been the strongest for me. And I'm going to skip over a lot of the other things because I don't care about them. Oh, here we go. Lodestar Award for Best Young Adult Book. Cemetery Boys. Haven't read it yet, but it is on my TBR. A Deadly Education. I guess is YA. I didn't really have it pegged as that in my head. I don't know why. Legendborn, which I have just finished editing the subtitles for, and is very good. Raybearer, yes. And A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, which is also on my TBR. So I feel in the loop. That's how I feel. Normally I know most of the ones on the list. I think for the last couple of years I have. Before then I would have had no idea about the adult books at all. And yeah, nice to have read a whole bunch of those. And I'm excited to see where everything plays out in the end. I think that will do as an extra vlog segment to make up for the fact that I haven't really been reading anything this week. My brain. Hello, happy Saturday. I have very little to report. It's okay, Friday nights are usually date night in these here parts, so I never really get any reading done, so I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I have read 5 chapters of, about 60 pages, of The Shadow Saint, and very much enjoying it, just taking things slow, because I don't have the mental energy to read hardcore epic fantasy after a really long day of work. Who'd have thunk it? Did listen to a bit of Assassin's Fate. Yes, I'm gonna say that. By Robin Hobb. I'm so close to finishing that series. Got to do the short stories, I think. I need to double check, but I'm very, very close to the end of that, so that's good. Yeah, it's been a really quiet week for reading, and happy Saturday morning Judith, who's had enough sleep, is saying this is fine. And I know it's fine. And if anybody else came to me and was like, I had a really rubbish reading week, I only finished 1 book, I'd be like, you do not speak to yourself like that. Behave, no. And so I have to treat myself with the friendly, tough love anger that I give to other people. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I only read 1 book. I still read a book. Yeah. That being said, I think I am getting a little bit burned out and I have to give myself some love I'm going to finish the vlog and then I'm going to take the rest of today off, and if I read, I read, and if I loll up about watching TikTok videos, then that's fine too. I'm just going to live with it. That's how it is. I shall be back next week with a brand new vlog. Obviously there's videos scheduled in the meantime. You'll get to speak to past Judith who had enthusiasm, but I will be back next week with another vlog, unless I really feel like I need to take an even longer break, in which case I won't be here, but I will let you know on my Discord and Twitter and such places what's happening. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you've been reading. Have you been having a good reading week? Have you been having a butts reading week? I want to know. Let's have some solidarity / motivation up in these parts. As I've mentioned, Discord, social media, follow me in all of those places. You get up-to-date gubbins. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. There's gonna be some bloopers now. To tell you how my week went. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I'm dedicating this week to reading the Black Iron God Legacy. Black Iron, nope, trying to work out if I can like perfectly place my glasses frames so you can't see this blemish. Or I just sit like this. Hi.